it seems to be good environment there in Gloucester. Like the last maybe just before you joined, but they're a bit, you were lower down, Gloucester lower down, and is a good bunch of lads, good kind of culture there in the club.
Yeah, great culture at the club. There's a really sort of strong leadership group there with guys who've been around quite a while, like Mark Atkinson, lads obviously, Chris Harris and Ruan Ackerman. There's quite a few guys there that sort of set a really good culture, standard training, and obviously a great laugh off the field as well. And it's just quite an inclusive club where everyone down here lives in pretty close sort of area, either Cheltenham or Gloucester, which is probably about 20 minutes apart. So everyone's sort of hanging out with each other outside of the training park as well, which obviously only helps build the on-field sort of chemistry and bond, I guess. And it's just an environment that I've really enjoyed being about, and I think it's quite just quite an enjoyable time both on and off the field here.
Nice one. And
obviously the results help as well. I think last year when we were struggling a bit, it's a bit harder, it's a bit grimmer at training, but then when you're going well, it's obviously a bit more bounce and step around training as well. So I guess that also adds to it.
Yeah, 100%. It's like one feeds into the other. You get a few wins and everyone's happy, everyone's bounced around, and it just keeps feeding into each other. Yeah,
things start to go your way, and I mean, you see, we lost a few games last year by a try. I think we lost 7 by like 7 games or 8 games by less than a try, or a few last minute tries. And then this year we've won a few, and all of a sudden, it's an extra 7 wins, and if it's a bounce of the ball or a missed tackle or whatever can lead to winning or losing a game, and that's it really. So I guess that's the difference between where you sit in the ladder, and I guess which leads to a bit of that sort of momentum you build, and obviously the extra bounce people get around the confidence and the bounce you have around training and the club.
Yeah, and it's mad how with kind of evolution of teams, sometimes you have those seasons where you kind of know you're losing by a few points kind of a lot, and you kind of know that there's something happening, don't you, and that you're going to turn a corner.
Yeah, we did, even though we were losing last year, we did have that feeling around us that and like that belief in the team that we're just there, like we're not far off. We need to obviously tighten up a few parts of the game with a few loose penalties which will lead into a kick at the end to win, or I think just that sort of clinical sort ofness to finish off the game. And I guess once you get one, this year we sort of, once you close out a tight game, and that sort of leads into the next time where you don't get as tight towards the back end of the game, or I guess that pressure of having to win. You've lost 6 or 7 in a row. You sort of feeling that pressure towards the end of the game, you need to win one. Whereas now you've won a couple, you sort of have that confidence towards the end of the game rather than feeling pressure, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned that like hanging out with the lads away from training, or what kind of stuff would you be in the club, or is that like going off and having a coffee, or what's that like?
Yeah, you go play cards and have coffee and do a Monopoly deal, or be myself and Mark Atkinson. We just bought a bull set, so we've been down the park a bit playing some bulls.
Oh yeah.
Down there, and I've just got a young 7-month-old now and 7-month-old son, and there's a few guys at the club with young kids, so we'll sort of catch up, and the kids will play out, and the kids will play together, or sort of just look at each other really at that age. But and the partners will hang out and have a chat as well. So it's quite nice that it's quite a family sort of feel to it as well, where the partners are involved, the kids get involved, and it's quite a nice environment.